So YouTube family, this RG3 situation is just getting a little bit more. So let's break it down. If you don't know what's going on, basically Angel Reese has relentlessly gotten attacked over and over by RG3 again and again. And before I tell you the new thing that's going on, let's go to when RG3 responded to Angel Reese, and what made it uncomfortable, his wife was in the background. Look at this video here. His wife just chilling, relaxing, watching RG3 as he denigrate yet another beautiful woman of essence. And this has become a recurring pattern with guys like RG3. Now, what's going on is I only bring receipts here. So let's hear when RG3 was mocking the beautiful Angel Reese.
Action last year. What was this type of reaction last year? When Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun. Y'all remember that? She got fouled so hard, they kicked Aaliyah Thomas out the game with a flagrant 2 foul. What did Angel Reese do? Nothing. She didn't get up and try to swing on her. You know why? The reaction was different because of who did it. And there's a lot of history there.
There's no history at all. It was a simple situation when she played her game and you twisted and turned it, bro. Robert was the one who twisted and turned. In fact, he said Angel Reese was the villain because she called herself the villain, which is false.
Don't dislike that player. Now, I heard a lot of people say that I or others have made Angel Reese the villain. Did you not just hear herself call herself the bad guy? She called herself the villain.
She never called herself the bad guy in that term, but RG3, who's supposedly supposed to be male, intellect, high IQ, he's playing semantics. She says she might as well be the bad guy the way overgrown male people in step infections are pretending she did something so egregious. Wow, I can't respond back to Caitlin Clark, but Caitlin Clark, that's where it all started when Angel Reese was a junior in college, and I did a video foretelling what was going to happen, but that's not the here or there right now. So what happened? What's going on? What happened again? Well, you guys all heard the viral moments of RG3. Well, he decided to destroy a beautiful moment that should have been about a beautiful shoe deal. You know, the shoe deal like right here what Angel Reese got. She has yet again dominated the market and the marketability of what the WNBA can possess. But all you hear is Caitlin Clark this, Caitlin Clark that. But we all know majority of the people saying this, they don't watch Caitlin Clark. They're not even attracted to her like that. Not that you have to be attracted to her appearance, but I'm talking about her game. These guys don't even watch Caitlin Clark play. They could care less how great of an athlete she is. They use her for race theories and issues to put that on our women and men to make us the lower stature people. But instead of worrying about and praising a beautiful shoe deal, you got RG3 who wanted to parade around this monkey picture of our beautiful sister. And what makes this picture horrible is the fact that the original post of this picture only had 22 likes, maybe 6,000 views. Now it has millions of views, millions of likes, all because of RG3 sharing this picture on his platform where nobody was talking about that, because we all know on Twitter is the place for degenerate male people and degenerate Negroes. But most of the evil people on Twitter or quote unquote X are non-melanated people, basically all groups of people who don't like us. And when they don't like us, you should see the heinous things they say on that app. But supposedly they're supposed to be the high IQ people and we're supposed to be nothing. But yet these so-called male high IQ people use majority of their energy and time to troll melanated people all day on social media. Fake stats per capita. You don't understand math. You guys don't get it. But instead of building rocket ships and going to NASA, USA, born in the USA, nah, you bitch ass MAGAs don't put America first no more. So we're gonna keep going. And yes, Blessone, didn't you somewhat like Trump? Yeah, maybe Trump I did because he spoke certain things. You've never seen me on that MAGA train, because MAGA train is no different than the liberals. There's no difference at all. Neither one of them put America first. Blessone puts America first. Shout out to all the vets like me who definitely put America first. But let's fast forward. So the original covers was this right here. He allowed people to steal this moment where this beautiful woman is celebrating to be only 3 of WNBA players to grace the covers like that, and to also have this shoe deal going on. So all we got to see was RG3 post, which he tried to, and we're going to show nothing but video receipts, but I need you guys to read the post and tell me what you guys see. You see BS after BS. You can pause and read this garbage. We don't like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays here. Blessone, what are those 3 days? Trash day. You guys could read his garbage post. But Angel responded to this BS he had. She said, lying on this app when everybody knows the first and last name of everybody in my circle for clout is nasty work. What is she talking about? Well, this nigga RG3 made a bullshit apology and started talking about Angel Reese's inner circle, told him this. I'm not saying this can't be true or can't happen, but with the way this nigga RG3 worded and the way he tried to use it as this piece to save him from being mocked by the entire community, because I hope you guys understand, even the male community is coming off of him. And then he wrote this fake apology. We'll read the fake apology later. We'll read what the Angel Reese mom had to say later. We got to get to these receipts that are deeper than just reading posts, because what you say out here is worse than anything else. So a lot of people didn't like this, and I wanted you guys to remember the main guy who was going to defend Angel Reese, besides myself and Ryan Clark, Shaquille O'Neal, who I love to death. Shaquille O'Neal knows my kids, gave my kids some MacBooks. You guys can go to my Instagram and see Shaquille with my kids. And if you know why I love Shaq, because everything comes into fruition. He helped me also when I was 11 years old, 10 years old, I think it was, at Lester H. White Boys and Girls Club, gave me a basketball and all that. So Shaq is going to stand up like he always has.
Oh, speaking of man, RG3, tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese. I'm punching your fucking face. Okay? It's enough. Like, I don't usually do stuff like this, but just stop it, bro. You got your job, you got your podcast, leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her and telling her not to respond. Fucking stop it. That's the last time. Okay? Thank you. It's not real hate. If you look around what's going on in this real country, that's hate. This is sports. I'm not supposed to like you. It's a shame that all the stuff you did in your life, you're going to be remembered for your podcast. You're going to be remembered for your podcast. That should tell you you're not that fucking great. I don't want to be remembered for Shaq's Bit podcast. I do not. Like, leave those girls alone. You already spoke on it. Let it go. So what? He hates her. So fucking what? I hate you now for messing with her. Now what? Say something about me. But she's not going to respond because I'm the one calling her and be like, baby, keep it classy. Because she's not soft by any means. You're from the streets. But I'm like, you're beautiful. Don't indulge with these fools because he's a fool. You don't even have G14 classification to say that. I would respect it more if Lisa Leslie said it. Like, that's your category. Stay out of them people's category. Okay, you're sports, whatever you do, you talk about sports, but bro, you don't need to be going deep. Y'all can go deep. Y'all are females. Y'all understand what that's like. If he hates her, so what? Mind your business. Like, I don't mind you doing your job as anyone, but don't pick on that little girl. Because guess what? I'm her protector. Now pick on me. You pick on me, I'm going to punch you in your fucking face. Oh, speaking of man, RG3, tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese. I'm punching your fucking face. Okay? It's enough. Like, I don't usually do stuff like this, but just stop it, bro. You got your job, you got your podcast, leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her.
Man, leave her the hell alone, bro. That's right, Shaq. Shout out to Shaq. And Shaquille O'Neal surprisingly would not be the only one to go off on RG3. This was shots fired around the world, just like the American Revolution type of vibe. And yes, it's an Angel Revolution. She is from the streets of B-more, but this was Shaq had to bring out and it encouraged a lot of energy where I was surprised even the likes of Steve. You know, Stephen A. Smith is a step in fetching, but his nephew is very different.
Oh, go right here. So it was all jokes and games when Angel Reese seemed to have been struggling from the field. Why am I not hearing the same noise about Caitlyn? Why I don't hear nobody challenging Caitlyn one-on-one online? You know why. Anyway, So Caitlyn is shooting 37% from the field? Garbage. 28% from three? Even worse. 80 and 78% from the free throw line? They're the same. So where is all of the heckling when it comes to her? I'm not going to start it because I wasn't heckling Angel Reese neither. But I want y'all to be consistent and do what y'all do. Y'all see what's happening and you know what's warranted. We ain't been.
Exactly. We know what that was about. We know what that is. It had nothing to do with anything else other than y'all couldn't stand what she brings to the game of basketball, what she brings to our communities. You have to talk about that little thing that's known as Caitlin Clark. And I used to like Caitlin Clark until I seen even she's placating to this victim narrative. And it gets uncomfortable. It's like, whoa, is this basketball or does everybody bow down to Caitlin Clark theatrics? And then you get to see the truth. You get to see the reality of the things that goes on in this world where people make these excuses for this woman. You can't talk about her. You can't bring anything else. So why are we watching sports for? So when you understand it, you see more people come out and defend this. Even Jason Whitlock, even though I know he don't really like Angel like that, but he had to defend Angel Reese. That's how you know RG3 is a raccoon.
And women's basketball. I have to be real and honest here. What Angel Reese did is actually healthy for the WNBA and women's basketball. Angel Reese made it cool for women's basketball players to be women and to show their feminine side. She did this all year, and all year I didn't like it. I didn't see the brilliance of it. I didn't know it was going to lead to this. But that's what's happened. Without Angel Reese setting this tone over her Instagram all year and wanting to get all dolled up for the WNBA draft, the WNBA can't get the rest of these women on board with that and women's basketball. I have to be real and honest here. What Angel Reese did is actually healthy for the WNBA and women's basketball.
Now, Jason Whitlock is even defense. See, God is so good, y'all. Let me tell you another breaking news. Emmanuel Aiko just got laid off and fired. I don't celebrate people getting fired. But if you was no good for our people, you was no good for us on that dirty thing that's called the camera, then I get to celebrate. Like, get the fuck out of here. You the one who tried to defend Caitlin Clark like she needed you with the Batman mobile signal. You were one of the people spreading false propaganda against Angel Reese, Emmanuel Aiko, Emmanuel Roach. Emmanuel the Roach just got fired by Fox News. So it doesn't pay off to sell out your people to high step and tap dance like you Sammy Davis Jr. or something. Boing, 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 boing. Only this time a cucumber inserted. Present cucumber for these minstrel shows. In 2025, no more minstrel shows. The world is tired of you knee grumps, bro. Just to see your wife in the background and you're salivating at the mouth like you enjoy every goddamn God-given moment of this. And then you such a bitch. You wrote this weak-ass apology right here. We need more people ready to build bridges between us and not walls to divide us. Ain't that funny when he's the one building walls to divide us? Let's carry on. He says the only way to find unity is talking through our differences in opinions and life experiences to find the best way to move forward. You didn't move forward. You took something that's been being talked about for years and brought it back to the light so you can carry it on. So this time you can benefit from it financially through monetization. But we're not going to get into that. Let's keep reading. You said, I spoke up in support of Angel Reese. So by you plastering a monkey picture of the beautiful lady, is you speaking up for her because you're exposing a troll who only had 22 likes and no views, and now you made this racist troll famous, but that's you speaking up for Angel Reese? Yeah, I think we all know who you really spoke up for, but you guys could read the rest because he continued on while doing this apology. He really was still bashing Angel Reese to make her look like she's the bad guy. And while he's really picking up and sticking up for Caitlin Clark, which there's nothing wrong if you guys like Caitlin Clark, but you don't have to hate Angel Reese while loving Caitlin Clark. And that's the proof right there that you don't like basketball. You don't care about Caitlin Clark. This is a race thing, because if you cared about Caitlin Clark, you would be talking about her stats, her well-being. You would be, actually watching her India Fever games, which you guys don't watch. If it wasn't for that beautiful thing named Angel Reese, none of you people would be watching the game. So we're not done yet. Angel Reese told you guys how WNBA is much harder than college. She was always humble.
No, in the league, everybody's good. Like, everybody's good. In college, you can kind of chill a little bit. You can't take a play off for anybody. The bench, coming in from the bench too, like, I couldn't miss a beat, and just being able to understand that is something that I'm learning too. Like, being able to have an all-star even coming in like Nafisa and being able to play hard the whole time, even though she didn't have to. And just being able to see that really kind of gave me an open mind, just knowing like I have to go hard every single possession. So I love being able to
speaks up. The problem is y'all think Angel Reese is because she's from the hood, so she's so hood.
Maybe if you just toned it down a little. Angel, you're too hood. Angel, you're too ghetto. Actually, I'm none of those things. Maybe if you just tell
Maybe if you leave her the F alone, she's none of those things, and we're not done yet. So we looked at the shoe situation and we understood like she earned it to get her status amongst the likes of the greatness. You guys keep teasing the fact that she has Me Too rebounds because a bunch of washed up NBA players want to be slick and call it Me Too rebounds. I see Joker and all these guys who get these Me Too rebounds, but the NBA calls it offensive rebounds. But with Angel Reese, she gets mocked by it's her own rebound. She missed and got it. Well, if I miss, then bitch nigga, you get the rebound. So I am better than you. I'm so better than you. I can miss and still get my own rebound, and you can't do shit about it but look and bitch on X and Twitter all day. Oops, truth bomb. But y'all don't like that. You move the goalpost and you're too passive aggressive to say it is about race. That's the only thing it's about. So let's go to Ryan Clark when he ethered the F out of your knee grump raccoon.
Of this story, he had to mention that Angel Reese did something to him instead of acknowledging what he initially did to her. He had to be the champion again for Caitlin Clark, I guess against the young, angry black woman, by lying on her and her inner circle. So now Angel Reese, who should be in a celebration and trying to ignore the noise of all the evil and attacks that she feels every single day, has to come out along with her mother to shut down these lies and accusations from RG3. Of this story, he had to mention that Angel Reese did something to him instead of acknowledging what he initially did to her. He had to be the champion again for Caitlin Clark, I guess against the young, angry black woman, by lying on her and her inner circle. So now Angel Reese, who should be in a celebration.
And it was a lie. It was 100% a lie. There's no if and buts about it. And that's the semantics we get to play with.
He says, if you don't support people that don't look like you, then you're a part of the problem. Let me be clear. If you never support people that look like you, you are also a part of the problem. He says, if you
well said, Ryan Clark, because when you don't do that, yes, you are part of the problem. It will always be that way. And the thing about guys like Ryan Clark, he gets made fun of a lot, but he has the intestinal fortitude to look in that camera where we've seen so much minstrel shows be afraid to do what Ryan Clark just did, stick for our people and our beautiful women, which majority of our brothers on the camera, they don't do that. They get uncomfortable to do that. So Ryan Clark is right when he said this about my dog, Rob Parker.
Honest friends of mine. Parker. And to make sure people had clarity about what I was saying. But while we're on apologies, we all owe Rob Parker an apology, because though he was early, he was right about RG3.
My question, honest friends of yours, right? Friends of mine, right? who are around and in some of the press conferences, people I've known for a long time. But my question, which is just a straight, honest question, is he a brother or is he a cornball brother?
What does that mean?
Yeah, explain that.
Well, he's not really. Okay, he's black, he kind of does the thing, but he's not really down with the cause. He's not one of us. He's kind of black, he's in the, but he's not really like the guy you really want to hang out with because he's off to something else.
Why is that your question?
Well, because that's just how I want to find out about him. I don't know because I think honest friends of mine.
So Rob Parker already inserted his situation on it, but Rob Parker been calling out the RG3 situations. It was 13 years ago when he said that. And being that it was 13 years ago, Rob Parker was forever in this situation where he had to defend himself. He lost job opportunities. Thank God for great men like Skip Bayless, who always gave him an opportunity. But Rob Parker would react to this RG3 Angel Reese situation yet again.
Please relax. RG, please put the phone down. RG, please, at times it's okay to just mind your own business.
And sometimes when my phone is buzzing and people are like, I'm dead serious now. When I'm trending, I already know. And we had some hot takes and whatever.
Right.
Not for a minute did I think it was one of the takes.
You knew what it is. Listen,
I didn't.
At some point, Rob, we'll talk off the air. I got some money on it. We might as well make some shirts that say Rob was right. And people will know what they're talking about. Just say Rob Parker was right. And people will know what that was referring to. But I guess that's what I'm just disappointed is that please relax. RG, please put the phone down. RG, please, at times it's okay to just mind your own business.
And sometimes when my phone is buzzing and people are like, I'm dead serious now. When I'm trending, I already know. And we had some hot takes and whatever.
Right.
Not for a minute did I think it was one of the takes.
You knew what it is. Listen,
I didn't.
At some point, Rob, we'll talk off the air. I got some money on it. We might as well make some shirts that say Rob was right.
Rob Parker was right. This is facts. Rob was so correct that he did an interview. He did an interview with Ethan Thomas, where he actually goes in depth on the cornball situation. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. Go subscribe to Ethan Thomas' YouTube channel. This interview won't be found anywhere else. And Rob Parker go in depth about why he called RG3 a damn cornball brother.
First question to you, good sir, is what was it that you saw in RG3 that made you call him a cornball brother many years ago? Because you saw something before everybody else saw it. You know, he had just come on the scene. Everybody was RG3 mania. My son loved RG3. He was like 9. He had and everybody got.
You know, I mean, this goes back for 13 years now. I mean, I really haven't talked about it. It's kind of been, you know, a thing for a long time. And it just, I was looking for the right word, not to be too demeaning and finding other words. And something struck me when, you know, I think the conversation was someone saying that he could wind up being the greatest black quarterback. And I think he was offended that black was in front of quarterback. And I you know, unless you're the greatest of something, like nobody says Michael Jordan's the greatest black basketball player because they believe he's just the greatest player. But most people have, you know, some sort of qualifier in front of in front of a title. There might be a quarterback where somebody says, Italian quarterback, or you know what I mean? I don't know. And it just struck me, you know, like not to want to embrace. And there's people out there, they claim they don't see color and they want everybody to just take everybody. I'm not offended by that. If you were to tell me I was the greatest black sports writer who ever lived, I would embrace it. I would love it.
Exactly. He was so like these type of cornball brothers are always uncomfortable when someone introduced that type of dynamic around their name, affiliated with the essence of melanated blackness. It's like it's nasty. It's like, ugh, don't call me that. But people have made excuses for RG3 over Rob Parker. They were in favor of RG3 over a brother who held the brother accountable for the way he behaves in front of the Mayo community. But Rob Parker couldn't get a job. Meanwhile, RG3 is learning that, yes, even Mayo people can't stand him. Coach JB was also one of the people who talked bad about RG3 when he tried to expose Angel Reese. So Coach JB would defend Angel Reese and continue with the theatrics of RG3 being a cornball brother.
I got my mom here at the house, so I was busy getting her and brought her over here to the crib for the weekend. And I found out about it last night. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to read into it. Bailey was trying to hipping me, and I'm like, he does this every month, some sort of way. He does this every month. So I'm not really tripping. The fucking whole meme or whatever, whoever put that out there, I didn't even know about that. I was like, this shit right here, this. And now everybody's doing it with everybody. So they did an RG3 one and the same shit with a Commander's jersey on.
Right.
So I'm like,
I'm saying you bringing light to it though. That's my point. It wasn't even that big of a deal, but now
caring about Dodgers.
Man, listen.
I got my mom here at 10.
It's he fits
11.
11 or 11.
Cornball brother. We know friends that play with RG3 like in the NFL, and I mean, I'm gonna just keep it like that.
He had one hell of a.
When Coach JB says, I'm going to keep it like that, he's basically insinuating that we've been knew he was a cornball brother based on associates and affiliates of RG3, mutual affiliates of them both, of Coach JB and RG the third, the clown. But let's listen to what the beautiful Sheryl Soup had to say, the chocolate beautiful sister, Sheryl, who I love on Gilbert's Arenas, because sometimes she might seem like a hater, but I don't pick on her because she stands up for folks who look like her and she speaks facts.
What are your thoughts on the situation with Angel Reese and RG3 and this whole Angel hates Caitlin Clark situation?
I'm tired.
I'm tired for you.
The narrative is tired. My question though for dang, I got chocolate on me. My biggest question though for RG3 is like, why do you keep Angel's name in your mouth? I feel like I don't know if he's obsessed with her.
It's his wife. That's why.
I don't know who it is. I'm just tired of that monkey picture he posted. Like for me, it should be about us celebrating, like Angel being only the third Black WNBA player to be on the cover of NBA 2K with Candace, Asia, and Angel.
That's all.
Like we should be celebrating that. We should be celebrating whether you like it or not. We should be celebrating Angel Reese getting a signature shoe. Like those are things in the women's game that have been unheard of. And for her to be able to grace the cover of NBA 2K, talking about her signature shoe, her release, like RG3, you want to go post something completely different and then blame it on somebody else when we should be celebrating what's going on in the women's game today.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, she's correct. We should be celebrating the beautiful, forget about the beautiful part, the great basketball player that Angel Reese is, bro. She's dominant. She just got a great shoe deal that a lot of players, both men and women, would want this opportunity. Yet you come out and you tarnish her name more and more and more in favor of Caitlin Clark, who don't even give a damn about an RG3. Did you have a meeting with Caitlin Clark? It's because, listen, you would think RG3 is close to Caitlin Clark, but he's really trying to appease a group of Mayo people. Now, what I love what Ryan Clark did was insinuate about RG3's Mayo wife, the one who can't mind her own business as well. Because if your bitch ass want to be in the camera doing the most about us, then bitch, you will be called out as well.
You've been married to white.
She's making herself the villain.
Your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what Black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so just, you've been married to a white.
She's making herself the villain.
Your marriages.
Where was the lie in what Ryan Clark said? In fact, RG3 doesn't even realize you waited 11 to 12 years out of that 13 years to finally respond to Rob Parker. You go to step and fetch and Stephen A. Smith to complain, which Stephen A. Smith didn't even hold you accountable because he have your same sentiments towards guys like Rob Parker in our community who holds you raccoons accountable. Yes, Stephen A. Smith has the same sentiments. He participates in the same way. So it made sense you would go to his podcast and complain about Rob Parker when you could have met Rob Parker. You could have called out Rob Parker years ago, but once again, you tried to appease certain community. Meanwhile, Rob Parker continues to go viral.
Let you know, hey man, just to let you know, we use the term cornball brother all the time. I know you get that a lot.
It's unbelievable that it became a thing. Somebody even told me, like in the Urban Dictionary, I get credit for that. And I'm like, cornball was just, to me, that was.
Rob, you're going to get credit because we got a world full of these step and fetch. In fact, I don't want my face on the screen again. Put Robert Griffin on the screen. We tired of these step and fetches. Everybody, including Mayo people, is tired of sellouts. We're in 2025. Ain't no way you step and fetching Negrums and you Mayo folks can continue the same outdated attacks, outdated stereotypes, outdated talking points. No, we're not having a nigga fatigue. We're having a Mayo and step and fetching fatigue. We're having a raccoon fatigue. We're having a Robert Griffin fatigue. We're having Negroes who wake up every day and figure out ways how could they make their Mayo adversaries love them even furthermore in favor and over people who look like them. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in 2025. Ain't no more of this BS, and I implore you all to call this garbage out.
I've been broke so many times.